Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Idaho News 6, your host for today, Michelle Edmond.
Hey, everybody! Oh my goodness, it is so good to see you virtually. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your afternoon to be a part of such a special event during, obviously, an incredibly unique time we are all facing. You may know me if you've come to a Chef's Affair. I've been honored to host the Idaho Foodbank's A Chef's Affair for many years, which I absolutely love and enjoy. Today, though, is all about taking a fresh approach to a hunger-free Idaho, and I am excited and grateful to each and every one of you for making this a reality for the Idaho Food Bank. The Idaho Food Bank has been serving the people of the great state of Idaho for more than 35 years, thanks to the generosity of neighbors, many of you with us today, who want to help neighbors during especially hard times. We are pleased to kick off today's event with a special message from Governor Brad Little.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be a part of this celebration for the Idaho Food Bank, its supporters, and of course the families that benefit from the important work of the Idaho Food Bank. Idahoans are resilient, but sometimes people find themselves in a situation where they need a hand up. In Idaho, we're known for helping our neighbors. The Idaho Food Bank has always stepped up, especially during this very challenging time we're in right now. I want to personally congratulate the Idaho Food Bank team and all the supporters on their commitment to helping Idahoans facing food insecurity. There has never been a more critical time to keep Idaho strong. We can achieve that together. Thank you for your generosity and congratulations on the breaking ground on the new hunger relief facility that will better serve the needs of Idahoans for free emergency food distribution for years to come. God bless.
Thank you, Governor Little, for all you do to support our state and for being here to help us celebrate today. You're right. It's a pretty exciting time. I would additionally like to take a moment to recognize the Idaho Food Bank board members and dignitaries that have joined us today. You can see their names here. Thank you so much for your continued support of such an essential cause to our community and our entire state. Well, this afternoon, we are going to be sharing some insight into how the Idaho Food Bank's mission has been challenged with meeting hunger relief needs during this pandemic. The urgent need for the expansion into this newest facility to overcome this challenge and, of course, to be prepared in the future. Additionally, this is one of my favorite parts in the next half hour or so. We're going to give you a little bird's eye view of the facility. Yes, you get to see it. You're also going to hear from the amazing team behind the concept and construction. You're going to hear from some key donors that have allowed this dream to become a reality. And we know that the audience is tuning in from all over the state today, and that many of you are involved with the Idaho Food Bank in so many different ways. So we would love to hear from you. This is the fun part of being virtual. You can just take a moment, pop on that chat box, say hello, and tell us where you're tuning in from. I have the chance to read your comments live right now because I can see you out there in Facebook land and in YouTube. In fact, I'm seeing Lewis pop up and he says he's so excited to see the new digs. I totally agree with you, Lewis. You're going to be blown away. Jamie Hansen, hello. Thank you for all you do at the Idaho Food Bank. We appreciate you. Oh, yes, the governor was on, Kari. We appreciate him, too, his massive support of what's happening at the Idaho Food Bank. If you're joining us on YouTube, hello to all of you as well. We can see your comments. Whitney, it's just so exciting. And you know what? Even if we have to not be together to do this, we're still together virtually. And that's what's so important. We love hearing from you. Keep bringing in those comments, and we're going to continue to say hello. Okay, let's get going, though. We want to start right here in Boise. We want to start with Mike Hayhurst. He's the chair of the Idaho Food Bank Board of Directors. Mike is just the person to share a brief overview of how the new commercial court building was chosen.
Thank you for that introduction. When we looked at the criteria, we wanted to make sure that what we were looking for didn't just fill the needs that we had at the time we started the process or even today, but really in the foreseeable future the needs that we can see happening as Idaho continues to grow. With John Jackson and his contributions and the Jackson companies, we were able to finally get the price of the facility that they had just vacated to an amount that the board and the organization felt comfortable committing to the purchase of this facility and building it out. One of the other goals that the board set out when we started this journey and when we started the capital campaign was to raise funds sufficiently that we would be able to go into the future with the additions that we've done and the improvements to our infrastructure and capacity without burdening the organization with a mortgage. And this was important because we want the donations and the contributions in the future going 100% to serve the needs of the food insecure and our vision of a hunger-free Idaho in the future. And we've come a long ways. And we're right down to the finish line on the sprint. Today, we've raised about 2/3 of the funds that we need to meet that goal. And the organization is working hard to get to that finish line and meet the challenge that the board gave them to finish that fundraising goal to be able to not have mortgage going into the future. So once again, on behalf of the board, I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the generosity and the support that you have continued to provide to the Idaho Food Bank in the past. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Like all of the Food Bank Board of Directors, Mike is volunteering his time and his expertise. In addition to his volunteer work, Mike serves as the office managing partner at KPMG LLP. Thank you, Mike, for your leadership and your service. So what an amazing goal, right? This new facility. Oh, I'm so pleased to announce that we are well on our way to meeting those funds. As of today, we've already raised 65% of the goal. So raising the funds needed for this new facility is literally within reach. And I believe that we can come together to make it happen and secure the future for a hunger-free state. The campaign to raise the funds for this facility is appropriately named A Fresh Approach, because that's what the food bank is doing, taking a fresh approach to food security. To gain some insight into how the Idaho Food Bank has been affected by our current times and how this new warehouse will assist with those needs, let's hear from Karen Vauk. Karen, as many of you know, has served as the president and CEO of the Idaho Food Bank for 11 years now. Her time with the organization has showcased steady growth in terms of meals provided to children, to families, to seniors. There's been huge growth in fundraising and volunteer engagement. And on a side note, you may have heard me say this once or twice before, but in my world, she's one of my personal heroes. So please welcome Karen Vauk.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. Nice to have you joining us here today. You know, if anybody would have told me that I'd be excited about a warehouse, I would have said you're crazy. But in fact, I am very excited about this warehouse, and mostly because what it means and what it represents for the Idaho Food Bank and our ability to further our mission in the state of Idaho. Our mission is focused on providing food, education, and advocacy for those who are food insecure in our state. And that means we need to be prepared. And this warehouse is going to allow us not only to meet the needs today, but well into the future. As we look at hunger and food insecurity in Idaho, it's something that evolves over time. Prior to the pandemic, we were actually seeing some of the numbers come down for food insecurity in our state. And that was very encouraging, of course. We're looking at 1 in 9 individuals in the state of Idaho and 1 in 8 of our children facing food insecurity. However, that picture changed very dramatically with the pandemic. And the research through our Map the Meal Gap study shows that those numbers could go as high as 1 in 6 individuals and 1 in 4 of our children dealing with food insecurity. What that means is the Idaho Food Bank needs to be prepared through our network of partners across the state to provide the food assistance that is needed for Idahoans. We can do that with this new facility. Will allow us to provide not only additional food, but the healthy foods as we focus on nutrition, providing more of the fresh fruits and vegetables that are needed to provide those nutritious diets. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We hope that you will help us achieve our campaign goal and help us build that future for Idaho.
Oh, thank you, Karen. I miss not seeing you in person. So the increase in numbers with those with food insecurities, did you hear that from Karen? It's truly staggering. And it is the current lack of warehouse space that is hindering a timely distribution of nutritious foods to those who need it most. I'd like to welcome another person who I think is pretty special in this state, Patricia Kempthorne, former First Lady of Idaho and founder of the Twiga Foundation. Mrs. Kempthorne has a long history of passion and dedication to supporting Idaho families, including education and health, and of course, hunger. She has been a leader with the Idaho Foodbank throughout their aim of capacity expansion across the state, including building a brand new facility in Lewiston. It is my honor to introduce our Fresh Approach Capital Campaign Chair, Patricia Kempthorne, to share more details on how this facility is an absolute necessity.
Thank you, and I want to thank everyone who's with us today for this virtual groundbreaking. It's so exciting as we see the Fresh Approach Capital Campaign come to fruition. I was so honored when I was asked to be a part of this capital campaign and got to look around Idaho and realize just what impact the Idaho Foodbank has all around our state. With over 400 partners really connecting with families in need across our state, they've been able to help families whenever was necessary. But also I've learned just the breadth and depth of it is so much more than I understood. Then COVID happened, and amazingly, not amazingly to me because I watched them do it, they stepped up and they've been meeting that need. During this whole time and years before this, we have a board of directors that had a vision. They saw the changes coming to Idaho. They saw what needed to be done to make sure that we had the hunger relief we needed in our state. And we started looking for a larger warehouse. We had the food, we had the people, we could do it, but we needed a place to make it happen from. Thanks to some amazing donors and amazing Idahoans. And what I've also learned about the Idaho Foodbank, it doesn't happen without the volunteers. They make this work all across our state, both at the state level, at the local level, and working directly with the families, building those relationships so they can come and get the emergency food needed when necessary. I want to thank everyone again for being here. I hope you find a way in which you could give to help this project come true. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Mrs. Kempthorne. Well, the commercial court building is truly going to make a difference in the way the Idaho Foodbank is able to respond to and meet the needs of hungry Idahoans. If you would like to be a part of setting the foundation of the facility and securing the food bank's future, you have the opportunity to do that today. We've made it easy for you. Check out your screen. You can text to give by following the information provided right along the bottom of your screen right now. Or if you'd like, open up another browser and head over to the idahofoodbank.org. That's idahofoodbank.org. And you're going to select Donate Now and designate a Fresh Approach Capital Campaign to ensure that your contribution goes all directly to this project. We know that many of you have already partnered with the food bank in a variety of ways. Are you a volunteer? I see many of you out there in Facebook land raising your hand and saying you are. Are you a donor already and excited to become even more of one? Are you a partner organization or perhaps a board member? Take a moment right now, share in the chat. Again, we want to see from you how you support the food bank. And you know what? Here's the matter of fact, better yet, tell us if you've already made a commitment to the new facility. I'm seeing them pop up right now. There's Christina. She was talking about the heartbreaking numbers that have come out since COVID-19 has hit. How many more Idahoans could possibly need food as the pandemic continues? Sharon's out there saying, so excited for this groundbreaking. Thank you to all who have helped make it a reality. Carlin is thanking Karen for her leadership for the Idaho Food Bank. That's so true as well. Diane, we see you. This is a needed project for Idaho, and we're so thankful that you love serving on this board. We couldn't do it without each and every one of you. And fact of the matter is, these messages are scrolling by next to me on these big screens. I wish you could see it. It's pretty cool. We would love to read every single one of these messages, and I know the folks at the Idaho Food Bank will do that. Just because I don't say it here, don't realize that we are not seeing you. You are making your contribution. You are making a difference. So continue to keep them coming in. Know that you are not going unnoticed. The undertaking of preparing this new home takes the hands of many, and to all of you, we are truly grateful. We'd like to begin today by thanking Andy Erstad and Erstad Architects for transforming a vision into an architectural reality. Erstad Architects has been offering both architectural and interior design services for over 21 years. So I have the pleasure of introducing Andy to share how Erstad Architects has been working right alongside the Idaho Food Bank.
Well, it's an honor to be here and have an opportunity to talk about the Idaho Food Bank. We've been involved in the community for just a few years, and I was raised specifically that if you want this community to be a great place, you get involved. Fast forward to the invitation for our firm to present qualifications to design the new Idaho Food Bank, actually to do the modifications to the existing warehouse where we were going to relocate. We were giddy. Our office has had years of experience loading boxes in the original food bank location, and you can only imagine when we had the opportunity to make this transition for the food bank to the next generation, as we call it. It's really an honor, and it's also a tremendous responsibility. We're dealing with tight budgets, we're dealing with unique time constraints. We have the responsibility of making sure all the donors are well represented. The design has to be responsive to the needs and the uses, but by and large, we just have to step up, and it was a great opportunity, and here we are today, very excited with the project, very excited to be working with ESI as they carry it forward and work with our client's vision and our vision, and bring the next food bank to the community. As we look to the new facility, we are very excited with the opportunities that it brings to the food bank. I think everyone has an opinion that the food bank is just this local little nonprofit organization that deals in the Treasure Valley. If you think about it, and as you learn more about it, the food bank covers the state. The food bank works with so many organizations and provides so much more than just food. And we were able to capture some of that in the design, where we are able to bring in nonprofits, community outreach groups into these conference rooms, meeting rooms, classrooms, really try and carry the mission of the food bank forward. And those opportunities now exist, and they exist in a great new facility that we couldn't be more happy bringing to the Idaho Food Bank.
Oh, what an amazing blessing this building will be for the Idaho Food Bank. And when Andy and the team took on bringing the vision of Idaho's new hunger relief facility to life, they considered how to make the facility a positive experience for the staff members who are going to be there, for the semi-drivers who are delivering these truckloads of food, for volunteers who are there, partner organizations picking up their food for their distributions, and of course, those who are coming to get the food to help the families in need. Thank you, Erstad Architects, for putting your care and your creative touch right onto this project. Well, a building doesn't really become a home, right, without a little personalization to meet your needs. ESI Construction is the go-to company to make those dreams a reality. As a well-recognized industry leader, ESI provides general contractor and construction management services across all major sectors of the commercial construction industry. Neil Nelson is president and co-owner of ESI, Idaho's largest commercial construction company. And Neil strongly endorses corporate and individual support for nonprofit organizations and is honored to build Idaho Food Bank's expansion to better meet the needs of the Treasure Valley and the entire state of Idaho. I'd like to welcome President of ESI Construction, Neil Nelson, to share a little bit about what it means personally to ESI to be selected for this project.
Well, thank you for having me. Very excited to be part of the virtual groundbreaking for the Idaho Foodbank. I got to say, it's one of my first times I've ever been part of a virtual groundbreaking. But this is an exciting one, and it's a great way to include a lot of people. I'll tell you a little bit about the project. We're adding almost 20,000 square feet to the total footage of the Idaho Foodbank here, and that will allow us to almost double the capacity, or more than double the capacity, as well as some administrative offices that will continue to help support the project. What's neat about this project is it fit right into our vision, which is everybody succeeds together. And so, you know, from a community perspective, it was a perfect fit, and the timing worked out really, really well. About once a year, we try to do a project that fits in well with the community. We've worked with the WCA, and most recently, we just finished the Ronald McDonald House, which was a great project, and that one wrapped up. And so when the Idaho Foodbank approached us, the timing worked out perfect. At ESI, our vision is to have an enduring impact on every community we touch. And so that includes our employees and our projects and, you know, the building inspectors and our subcontractors. So we're very excited to be a part of it. And I think it fits right in with Idaho Foodbank's mission of creating a hunger-free Idaho. And, you know, from my perspective, there couldn't be a better timing given what we've all gone through in the last 120 days. And we're excited to get the project completed so we can start producing and helping the community as we move forward.
Thank you, Neil, and everyone at ESI Construction. Yeah, we do need this right now, right? A little good news in our lives. Your work at ESI truly awe-inspiring, and the Idaho Foodbank is so excited to have you be a part of our team. So if you're joining us now here live on Facebook or on YouTube, I bet you're a little curious, as I was, to get a behind-the-scenes view of this new facility. So guess what? I got a big screen behind me, and I'm going to show you a sneak peek. This is a little bit of insight into how the facility is going to make such an impact here in Idaho. So take a look. This is the outside, and it's even in progress right now. That's going to be the front door right there. Volunteers, you'll be able to go right in there. The aim is to be in this new facility in early fall of 2020. That's right, in just a couple of months. That timeline is critical as we increase the distribution of food throughout the state and now throughout this recovery period. The warehouse space, look at all of it. It is twice as large as the existing facility that the Idaho Foodbank has, and it's got refrigeration. This whole space is going to allow the team to have the space it needs to have all the food donations come in to help all of the families regardless of their location. It has significantly more room, and the crews are hard at work even today as we're online. The capacity will provide better access to our statewide partners. We're talking about schools who are going to be able to use this, shelters, mobile units. And in addition to the racking space that you saw there for those dry goods, we have refrigeration space for perishable goods. We need the dairy and the produce. You might not know this, but 84% of the food that the food bank provides is considered nutritious. Half of the food donations are perishable. We have to have the space to put it, and now we do. Promoting health through nutrition education is a cornerstone of the food bank's mission, and the new teaching kitchen that's getting developed, just around the corner here, is going to make sure that we teach people how to shop and cook and eat a nutritious diet, even on limited resources. And lastly, guess what, volunteers? I see you out there. There's a new volunteer center for you. You're the heart and soul of the food bank's success. And yes, there is an improved facility just for the volunteer center to enlarge the workspace, allow our volunteers to help get even more food out into the community. A project of this magnitude requires a huge support from the community. So let's get down to some more numbers, shall we? Get this. We have a generous lead gift to share with you today. $1.88 million. Did you catch me? $1.88 million coming from Capital Distributing Incorporated and Jackson's companies. That solidified our ability for this project to literally become a reality. I would like to welcome Katrina Lemon, Senior Marketing Manager for Jackson's Food Stores Incorporated, to share with you their excitement in supporting this project and welcome the Idaho Foodbank as literally their new neighbor.
As a company that prides itself on supporting the communities where we live and work, Jackson's and Jackson's companies are honored to make a unique donation of workspace to the Idaho Foodbank by gifting a portion of our former Capital Distributing building directly to the cause. This distribution center, where we formerly held some of our own operations, will help the food bank better manage the astronomical increase in demand for services. With a prime Central Valley location just off the freeway and with pre-established refrigeration systems and truck bays, it was a no-brainer to help make this space a new hub for the food bank's operations. Our team and the Idaho Food Bank were jointly committed to making a partnership work to secure this space for these important efforts. We are so grateful for the work the Idaho Food Bank does in our community. We are thrilled to be their new neighbor and to join them in their mission to leverage collaborative partnerships to help solve hunger and strengthen individuals, families, and communities.
Oh, thank you, Capital Distributing Incorporated and Jackson's companies, for understanding the need and then literally being the catalyst to get this major campaign off the ground. The foundation has been set, folks, and it's with your support that we aim to secure the additional funding that we need. More numbers, brass tacks? Well, I'd like to welcome Morgan Wilson, Idaho Food Bank Chief Development Officer, to share the financials behind the project and how each of us can be a part of the solution.
Thank you, and thank you for all of your support. Thank you to our donors, our volunteers, and our many community supporters that are joining us today. This facility is only coming together because of all that you have done to make the food bank a success. Our donors have made this facility a reality in so many ways already. Today is only made possible because of the amazing contributions of partners and generous donors like Jackson's companies. Thank you again for your amazing contribution. I'd also like to thank our long-term partner and one of our leaders in our capacity expansion efforts, Simplot. I'd also like to thank the Alsam Foundation and Art and Michelle Beal for their wonderful contributions. As you'll see, we've had many partners that have already stepped up to make this a reality, and we can't thank you enough. This is a $14.5 million project. We're at 65% of our fundraising, thanks to so many that you've been able to look at. That being said, we have $5 million left to raise, but we know we can do that. We've watched time and time again as you, our supporters, have stepped up to partner with us. That's been so true now during this pandemic and time of challenge, and we know and trust that you will stay with us as we help so many on their road to recovery. As you've heard, this facility will allow us to move the necessary food for families, individuals, seniors that are struggling. But it's not just about pounds of food, it's about nutrition. 84% of all of the food that the Idaho Food Bank provides is considered nutritious, and that's critical. Even during small times of food insecurity, we know that individuals can have long-lasting impacts on their health. So during these times of need, it's critical that we provide them with the food that they need and opportunities for nutrition education to make lifelong choices that will ultimately lead to healthier and longer lives for them and healthier communities for all of us. We need everyone's help to make this campaign a success. So if you are able to make a donation, and we hope you will consider donating today, you can text to the number you see. You can also go online. At any time, if you have questions, know that the Idaho Food Bank team is here to answer those questions. This facility is for the community, and our aim is to create not just a hunger-free, but a healthy state. We can only do that together. If you have questions, again, please let us know. But with that, it's my pleasure to be able to introduce our longtime friend, Jim Kistler with Norco and the Kistler Family Foundation.
These are interesting times we're living in right now, and not interesting in a good way. It's difficult times out there for so many people because of the pandemic. And Norco's looking right into the eyes of those people. In our home care division, we're visiting 30,000 homes a month and seeing into the eyes and the faces of the people that have been stricken by the pandemic. Also in our beverage CO2 division, where we would normally be delivering to restaurants and bars. When we go there, they're either closed or there's many fewer people than used to work there before. In our industrial division, we make calls on the meatpacking plants and steel fabricators. We've seen the effects of hundreds of layoffs in those larger employment locations. So these are difficult times, and it's a great time to be making a commitment to the Idaho Foodbank warehouse. Winston Churchill once said that we make a life by what we get. We make a living by what we give. That's why we chose to make our donation to the Idaho Foodbank warehouse. The commitment we've made to them is we will match up to the first $500,000 of donations that are made by the community. And if we hit that $500,000 mark by November 3rd, we're going to match it with an additional $250,000. We know that we can do that. We know that we need your help too. This is a time of need. This is a time to give. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you to Norco for your commitment to the Idaho Food Bank. Matching donation, that's an amazing gift. And literally, right, you're thinking to yourself, as I am watching that, it's a wonderful incentive. So we've made it easy. All you have to do is pick up your phone or check out another browser and give right now. It's never been more true than Idaho is facing an urgent and critical need. With a substantial increase in warehouse space, not only will the Idaho Food Bank be able to meet the current needs of those with food insecurities, but again, we'll be well prepared to continue to do so in the future as our state grows. On behalf of the Idaho Food Bank, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be part of this historical event. To those of you who are volunteers, I'm seeing you pop up and leave your messages. To those of you who are partner organizations, to donors, thank you for your commitment to making Idaho great for everyone. Thank you to Erstad Architects and ESI Construction. I know we can all not wait for the grand opening finale. That's going to happen hopefully after the holiday season in early 2021. And yes, I will be there in person to see that facility in action. And don't forget, if you're just joining us, maybe you haven't heard the message, you can text your donations via the number right at the bottom of your screen right now, or go directly to idahofoodbank.org to make your contribution today. In fact, make it this moment. And don't forget to leave a comment on our Facebook or YouTube pages. I know that the staff at the Idaho Food Bank is loving to see all of your messages out there. And for those of you like the Boise State Center for Professional Development, those of you joining us online today, we couldn't do this without the backing of the entire community. Thank you to our dignitaries who have joined us here today, to our board of directors, who, by the way, additionally should be recognized for their 100% participation in giving. And a special shout out to Patricia Kempthorne, who has been instrumental in this entire process. Thank you, Jackson's Food Stores, for your generous lead donation to a Fresh Approach capital project, and Norco for that matching donation. And we'd be remiss if we didn't take a moment to say thank you to you, our generous donors, for all your support today. I see you out there. It is absolutely amazing to have this kind of connection in a time when it's so difficult to be connected. But guess what? We're all a part of this together. I hope each and every one of you who's watching today feels celebrated and appreciated. So maybe as we're closing, I should end with the words that really struck with me, that Jim stated just a little bit earlier. This is a time of need. This is a time to give. Please give. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and stay safe.